Hello guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about 5 things that might affect the productivity of your pigs. Things that can affect your pig productivity. First of all, let's look at the space. Just like the way you see this, you can see how big and large this pen is. How big and large this pen is. So when it comes to the productivity, you need to bear some things in mind. The space, you have to kind of like keep it in a very spacious place. That is only one. I'm looking at one. That is number one. I'm talking about the space right now. So when it comes to this productivity, number one, you need to look at the space. That is the space of your pig and your pen. Because one thing about these animals that I've noticed as a farmer who has been this is they love space a lot. They love space and everything. You can see how wide it is and everything. So they love space. So you need to give them a very spacious place. That is if only they are not pregnant, if none of them has given birth. But once they are pregnant and they are about to deliver, trust me, you need to separate them. That's one. Because if you don't separate them and they give birth together, trust me, there's chances some of them will kill the children of the other pig. Of course, you need to separate them. 2, when it comes to feeding plays an important role. You need to feed them very well. You need to feed them. Not just feeding alone. You need to give them nutrients, like good nutrients. You need to good nutrients. You need to give them good nutrients, like feeding, like for example, malt, kernels, blood meal, all of these things. All couples up to what a very good food that you need to give them. You need to give them all these things. Now, the third one, again, which is important, is the medication part of it. The medication part of it. So now the medication now have to be deworming them. So time to time you deworm them, maybe 2 months time, 3 months time. You deworm just like a normal human being. You deworm the person to avoid anything like something like that. So you need to deworm them. So let's look at other ones they have here. So right. So you deworm them to keep them on going. So it's not that easy. It's not that easy to say. I must say it's not that easy to say. So once you deworm them, you give them good food and everything. So it plays an important role. So that's the third one, which is feeding. So the fourth one, which is necessary, is looking after them. The care. You need to care for them. And this is just a new mother I just delivered. So you need to care for them a lot. You need to care for them. Give them the necessary care. Care can be in the sense that know the right time to feed them. Maybe if the place is not conducive enough, maybe in time of hot weather, you need to hydrate them, like pour water, do all those things to them. You need to put those things in care. So let's look at other pens. Let's still come back. We have looked at this one before. So like I said, you need to put some things in consideration. So that is the fourth one I've just said now. So the fifth one, which is also necessary, is so I have this one. Know when they fight. If you notice there are pigs that they fight a lot, try as much as possible to separate them. Like inside here now, it's just basically male pigs. You can see they are blacks. Very soon now they will be bait. Water be poured and they will move to where they will be bait. Alright, see them here. So you separate them. If there are people that fight a lot, separate them. Because some of those fighting results to them killing themselves. The ones that are powered, the ones that are not that strong, they will kill themselves, alright? So you need to separate them. You separate them to avoid fights and everything from the ones that are not that strong. In this pen, this pen just basically for males. And what are these males for? One, for selling them. Two, for crossing other males. This is just a pen for what? Males. And all of that. And if you watch closely, the tails are being cut. So these tails also affect them, affecting the productivity too. Alright, so I've said so many things now, which let me just reiterate back. Let me reiterate back. One, I've talked about things that affect what your peak productivity. One is the space. Have a very large space that can contain them in terms of what? In terms of multiplication, in terms of giving them room to kind of like move around, play around, and all of that. Space plays an important role. Two, another one that comes in handy again is the feeding, which I talked about. Good food, knowing what to mix together, like blood meal, food, blood meal, and all of that. So it plays a good role. Blood meal, like malt, kernel, and everything. All this plays an important role in your raising your pigs, alright? So the next one I talk about is medication. You need to know how to medicate them. Like example, the vitamin. If a pig is not eating very well, you need to give that pig vitamin. You need to vitamin them, and again, medicine and all of that. So it plays a huge role. You know, the worm plays a huge role too. The worming them plays a huge role when it comes to all these pigs and everything. So the third one, which I talked about, is care. Care can be one example. In the heat, in the hot season, you need to dehydrate them. That dehydration now, you should pour water on them, take them to maybe a special pen where you have the whole thing sorted out, where you pour water on them to dehydrate them, you know, and all of that. So you need to pour water on them. Two, then another one again is care. That care now can be in form of separating them from the fellow. Like this pen here now is basically for females. So for females, if you have a pen that you dedicate to a particular male, it's better than just them fighting all of that. So I believe this plays an important role. Yeah. So I believe with the few things I've said, the few informations I've just leaked out and everything, it will give you guys a good heads up to what's on ground and all of that. Yeah. So guys, like I said, if you have questions, leave them in the comment section. If you have any guys who have anything to ask, you can send us an email. Our email is there. Subscribe to the channel once more, right? I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks and guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. Bye.